Kim Kitae's underling crumples, hand twisted at an ugly angle. Someone just broke this man's grip and he cannot believe it. The underling curses through clenched teeth, fist trembling, rage boiling over in front of stunned onlookers. 3 bystanders freeze, a man in glasses, a blonde woman, and a young player. None of them expected this. Jin Hyuk moves before anyone can react, a blur of black coat and cold precision. The underling's head snaps sideways. Jin Hyuk already finished with him. The underling slams into the floor. Onlookers murmur, wondering if he tripped on his own. Nobody saw Jin Hyuk's hand move. The underling slams into the ground with a crack. Bystanders whisper that he tripped, but Jin Hyuk knows better. A brown-haired woman stares through the crowd, trembling. She recognizes the man standing across the hall. Kim Kitae stands with arms crossed, flanked by bodyguards in black. Jin Hyuk activates Eye of Truth. The system responds with a hard fail. The level gap is too vast. Kim Kitae is over level 20. Jin Hyuk smirks in the darkness. He already knows something Kim Kitae does not want exposed. Kim Kitae's expression twists. Nobody should have that information. Jin Hyuk stands with 2 suited companions and the brown-haired woman. He says one word, Korean ginseng. Jin Hyuk grins, knowing the method of dealing with its side effect. That knowledge is his leverage now. Crowds scatter as the confrontation ripples through the building, bodies shoved aside by invisible pressure. Korean ginseng, an edible item known for stamina and magic power recovery. The cure is simple, and Jin Hyuk knows every piece. Jin Hyuk holds up 3 fingers, 3 items to fix the side effect, nothing more. Cardassian's extract and a moonlight stone. 2 rare components most players would spend months hunting. And the mandragora root, the hardest piece. Jin Hyuk offers to reveal its location. Do we have a deal? The question hangs in the air. Jin Hyuk waits, perfectly calm, knowing Kim Kitae has no choice. Kim Kitae summons golden energy around his fist, power radiating off him in waves. A warning, not an answer. Jin Hyuk does not flinch. If you are playing some trick, Kim Kitae warns, I will not let it slide. Kim Kitae draws a blazing sword, energy erupting from the blade. He needs to draw a line here. Kim Kitae's face contorts with shock. Whatever Jin Hyuk said landed harder than any fist could. Jin Hyuk's grin widens, purple aura flickering behind him. Kim Kitae is misunderstanding the situation entirely. Kim Kitae staggers from a blow he never saw coming. The fight was over before it started. Jin Hyuk and 2 allies stand in the corridor. The blackout barrier has fallen. Whatever happened inside, only they know. Level 3 blackout barrier, removed. The outside world can see again. Jin Hyuk walks away, telling Yeonhwa to calm down. He is completely unharmed. Yeonhwa and another companion demand answers. Were you dragged by force? Jin Hyuk waves them off. He is really alright. Kim Kitae walks away, his massive frame retreating into the dark. A better listener than Jin Hyuk expected. The underling begs for one more chance. Desperation cracking through his bravado, Kim Kitae's fist answers instead, crashing into the underling's face without mercy. The underling is nothing compared to Jin Hyuk, and Kim Kitae makes that violently clear. The underling collapses in the corridor. Bystanders stare, wondering what happened inside. His eyes burn red with humiliation. He swears to kill Jin Hyuk, no matter what it takes. The system chimes. Copy conditions met. A new skill acquired. The ability to control breathing capacity and heart rate. Jin Hyuk strides through a crowded lobby. Whispers follow him. That man just wiped the floor with Kim Kitae's people. A leaderboard shows Park Hana in first place at 1,755 magic power, rank A. The bar has been set. The examiner jokes about the intern eating ginseng before the test. Impressive. Next person, please. Jin Hyuk draws his old dagger, purple lightning crackling along the blade. This is more than enough. The examiner tells him to begin whenever ready, tablet in hand, expecting nothing special. Jin Hyuk approaches the massive floating crystal, the testing stone. Everyone else struggles to even activate it. The examiner's glasses crack from the sheer pressure. Mid-grade stones do not even budge for normal people. Jin Hyuk's strike tears through the crystal with devastating force. The stat rift activates to maximum. Jin Hyuk's eyes glow crimson. Shall he see how much his suffering in the labyrinth has paid off? The examiner screams. Most people fail to reach the stone's minimum. This man just obliterated it. The magic stone splits cleanly in 2. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody. The results flash on screen. Kang Jin Hyuk, age 27, magic power 20,895. Rank S. Jin Hyuk finds the examiner immediately. Postpone that report by 1 week. Personal reasons. After 1 week, release it wherever you want. The examiner cannot argue with that smile. Jin Hyuk flicks power from his fingertips, purple energy trailing off like smoke. The deal is done. Jin Hyuk finds Park Hana waiting for him. She has exactly what he asked for. Park Hana holds out a glowing crimson item. Braham's Ring. Acquisition difficulty A. Magic resistance plus 10, movement speed plus 5%, and exclusive ability suppression plus 20. It shuts monsters down. Jin Hyuk catches the ring. He will judge Park Hana from her actions going forward. Two companions stare in disbelief. F rank? They were sure he would be higher. Jin Hyuk calls it temporary. He will get measured again next week and see what happens. Jin Hyuk rides in the back seat, already planning ahead. The second test awaits. Monsters crowd the ruins entrance, beasts with glowing eyes and massive frames. The first floor's deadliest ground. The only ruins on the first floor. Even when the game released 11 years ago, this place was legendary. Jin Hyuk stands at the base of the ruins, pack on his back, waterfalls thundering behind him. It has been a while. Porters hauling yellow crates through the wilderness, bound for a dungeon raid. Jin Hyuk's plan is simple. Register as a porter and walk right in. A guild member greets him at the staging area, surprised to see him here. Jin Hyuk plays it cool, claiming he needs the money. The man buys it completely. But behind that friendly smile, Jin Hyuk is already calculating how many of these people will survive what comes next. He reassures the porter that everyone here will make it home alive. And he means it. The man is stunned. Nobody talks like that before a raid, not unless they know something. The porter laughs it off, calling him energetic. But a system notification shatters the calm. A raid quest scroll unfurls. First attack on ruins. Difficulty S. Defeat the boss in the deepest part and claim a divine relic. Everyone takes a final breath before the nightmare begins. A special goods chest materializes, a perk for being the first to conquer the tower. Jin Hyuk stares at the notification. A perk on top of a raid reward. The system is being generous, and that always means danger. 5 golden treasure chests line up in an arc. The rewards for this raid are staggering. The dungeon entrance erupts with energy, warping everyone inside. Jin Hyuk steadies himself after the teleport. No matter how many times he does this, the disorientation never gets easier. He surveys the Balhae guild forces assembling around him, identifying the main attack units immediately. Song Chunhwa takes command, ordering everyone to move out and organize ranks on the march. Jin Hyuk activates Eye of Truth. Level 14, Iron Shield, Phalanx, Tenacious Will to Survive, solid but nothing extraordinary. Then comes the real prize, a copy condition. Gain Song Chunhwa's loyalty during this raid. Jin Hyuk's eyes flash with recognition. This is exactly why he came. But earning loyalty from a man like that will take more than water runs and friendly smiles. Ancient ruins stretch before them, crumbling stone archways marking the entrance to the dungeon depths. The architecture looms with forgotten power, every crack whispering of the civilization that built it. An Illuminate skill activates, red energy slashing through the darkness to reveal what lies ahead. The advance party has already torn through the first wave of monsters, leaving nothing but crushed remains. The atmosphere inside is suffocating, every shadow hiding something worse. A guild member spots the porters arriving and calls out to Song Chunhwa. Song Chunhwa is troubled. The advance party crushed everything too easily, and that does not match the guild's actual attack power. Jin Hyuk momentarily forgets he is playing porter, snapping back into character just in time. He is ordered to handle the foreign players nearby. Foreigners. Jin Hyuk spots armored knights bearing a cross insignia, that symbol. He recognizes it instantly. Among the foreign knights stands a white-robed warrior, radiating authority even while standing still. Jin Hyuk prepares iced water in a metal cup, the simplest gesture with the deepest calculation behind it. He offers the water to a knight with a calm smile. Communion activates the moment their hands meet. The skill glows with a heart-shaped emblem. Jin Hyuk is already reading everything about her. A blonde woman in silver armor accepts the drink, her expression soft but guarded. The Laurentia family crest hangs proud. Wings, shield, and a cross-emblazoned sword. European aristocracy. She saved Amsterdam from an outbreak that nearly destroyed it. One of Europe's most famous players, the Saintess of Amsterdam, Teresa de Laurentia. And she just walked into Jin Hyuk's raid. Jin Hyuk ponders why Teresa chose a ruins raid instead of pushing to the 3rd floor of the tower. Eye of Truth fires and fails, twice. The level gap is too wide. His luck stat forces a breakthrough. The data floods in, level 29, strength 42, dexterity 31, magic 30, blessing of the stars, level 29, strength and divine power, sign of the cross. Jin Hyuk can barely contain himself. No wonder the world is obsessed with her. Those stats dwarf everyone else in this raid. Teresa thanks him with a gentle smile, but Jin Hyuk knows exactly who benefits more from this encounter. Jin Hyuk smirks, holding the cup like a trophy. She just handed him a priceless opportunity, the chance to copy the best innate ability among paladins, blessing of the stars. Teresa turns and walks deeper into the ruins, her power unmistakable even from behind. Then, from the depths, someone screams Song Chunhwa's name. pure terror in their voice. Footsteps slam against stone as something charges toward them from the darkness. Song Chunhua grits his teeth. Whatever the advance party faced beyond this point was not supposed to be this strong. A system alert blazes through the ruins. The Guardians have awakened. A 10-minute countdown begins. Song Chunhua demands to know which fool triggered the Guardians. The raid just became a death sentence. 10 minutes, that is all they have before the Guardians reach full power. Song Chunhua stares down the reality. Fighting the Guardian now means at least half of them die, but retreat is not an option. He orders everyone deeper, taking full responsibility on his shoulders. They can do it without the backup party, he declares, because they have Teresa the Saintess. Teresa stands radiant among the chaos, her divine power the last hope for everyone in these ruins. News of the Guardians spreads fast. Panic ripples through the porters and solo players. A blonde archer rallies the solo players, telling them to follow orders and stay tight. Song Chunhua and his fighters charge forward, weapons drawn, racing against the 10-minute clock. One terrified guild member says what everyone is thinking. They are in deep, desperate trouble. Song Chunhua's Balhae guild charges forward. Every member locked into formation. Buffs flare overhead as warriors scatter. Edge formation activates. Stat boosts ripple through the raid party as blue and silver energy surges around them. Song Jonha casts Song of Warrior. The Guardians are coming, and every second of preparation counts. A towering guardian erupts from the darkness, wreathed in blue flame. It crashes through the front line. The ground shakes with every swing. Shields buckle under the guardian's massive frame. Another guardian follows, twice as large. Its body a mass of blue energy and ancient stone. Someone cries out that the solo players are being overrun. Song Chunhua doesn't flinch. Casualties are unavoidable, he declares. He has no time to worry about players outside his guild. The calculus of a raid leader. Guild members have formation. Solo players have nothing. And Song Chunhua treats them accordingly. Every man for himself beyond the formation line. The Guardians charged straight past the guild formation. They found easier prey. Solo players scatter through the corridors, hunted. A voice echoes. Anyone, please help us. A voice echoes through the ruins, raw and desperate. Anyone, please help. Light explodes in the distance. Something massive shifts in the ruin. A young man in armor stares ahead, shaking. He whispers a single name, Teresa du Laurencia. Silver armor scorched from combat. Two Guardians have broken through to the non-combatants. She pivots without hesitation. The rear line needs her now. She tears through the rubble, heading straight for the people who cannot fight back. Deeper in the ruins, Jin Hyuk is already at work. A Guardian lunges with its axe, blue energy crackling. He sidesteps and drives his dagger forward. The old dagger cuts clean through the Guardian's core. Blue light scatters as the Guardian crumbles under his blade. Fire element level 1 activates. A pillar of fire swallows the corridor. Orange and blue flame twisting together. The remaining Guardians don't stand a chance. Jin Hyuk watches them burn, but he holds back on purpose. If he kills them outright, his level rises. And the moment his level rises, the disguise dies with it. He lets the guild finish the weakened Guardians off, so he stays at level 1, invisible, exactly where he wants to be. A solo player snaps. He grabs a non-combatant, puts a blade to his throat, ranting about the Guardians. Jin Hyuk steps in. One move. The man hits the ground, disarmed before he can blink. But a woman behind him is already moving, and she has the wrong target. Teresa declares she will restrain him. Her blade swings before Jin Hyuk can explain. She does not ask twice. In her eyes, a man with a bloody dagger in a ruin full of monsters is a threat. He dodges, tells her he doesn't want to fight. Teresa hesitates for half a second, then swings again. She cannot afford to trust a stranger in ruins full of monsters. Her blade comes down hard. Jin Hyuk catches her mid-swing, pins her wrist. She glares up through the dust. He locks eyes with hers and makes one thing perfectly clear. He is not the enemy. The impact throws them apart. Teresa hits the wall, gasping. Then she sees it in his eyes. He is not the one who awakened the Guardians. If he were, she would already be dead. Jin Hyuk holds up his glowing dagger. If I were the culprit, he says, I would have killed you already. The non-combatant screams from the floor. That man saved my life. He is not the enemy. Teresa bows, apologizes. The tension drains out of the corridor in an instant. Jin Hyuk shrugs it off. He did look suspicious, walking through a ruin alone with a bloody blade. But behind that casual smile, Jin Hyuk is already calculating. Teresa is standing right in front of him, the strongest player in this ruin, and she just lowered her guard completely. Then he drops the real bomb. He knows she joined this raid as a smokescreen for something else entirely. Her actual target is St. Peter's Pledge, hidden somewhere in these ruins. Teresa's composure cracks. Jin Hyuk smiles. He already knows every way to conquer this ruin. Her skills, his knowledge, a partnership. Nobody in this entire raid has more information than Jin Hyuk. He played this ruin 1,000 times in the game. Teresa weighs her options. A porter who knows her secret, who fights like a soldier, who has a plan. She has no reason to trust him, but she has every reason to need him. Teresa returns to Song Chunhua and requests independent action. The commander pushes back. She holds firm. Nothing will change without her on the front line, and the agreement allows it. Song Chunhua relents, but she must return before they reach the end of the map. Teresa agrees and asks for one porter. Fine, he says, do whatever you want. Every non-combatant in the group goes silent. They know what porter duty with the Saintess means. One man prays she doesn't pick him. Nobody wants to walk alongside the highest value target in the ruin. Then a hand goes up. Jin Hyuk steps forward through the crowd. I'll go with her. The older men shake their heads. Love isn't worth dying for, kid. But Jin Hyuk isn't thinking about love. He is thinking about blessing of the stars. One man clutches his chest. Time to burn for love, he declares. The crowd calls him the last romantic. Jin Hyuk ignores all of it. He adjusts the pack on his back and follows the Saintess. Teresa walks beside him into the ruins. Neither looks back. The real raid starts now. Red eyes burn in the gloom of a ruined hall. Undead guardians stir, drifting through dust and shattered columns, hungry for intruders. Teresa catches up, calling for Jin Hyuk. Armor bright, voice tight. The Saintess steps into a dungeon she should not trust. A crimson glow bleeds from a stone sarcophagus. St. Peter's pledge waits inside, and corruption guards every inch. Jin Hyuk leans in, voice flat. To claim the relic, someone must scrub the grain off the sarcophagus first. A blazing warning banner floods the screen red. Something inside this ruin has just taken notice of them. The system spells it out in blood letters. The Lord of the Corrupted Corridor is looking for you. A boss is locked on. Jin Hyuk's mind moves fast. This warning is not random. The boss is curious about a player it cannot place. Teresa leans close, wide-eyed. Two hardened players, and a boss chose to greet them personally. She whispers the question, chewing at both of them. Did it acknowledge us? Her answer comes back hard. No. Jin Hyuk holds two fingers up, smirking. Only him. The boss looked past the Saintess and marked the veteran instead. His face sharpens. Those dark eyes calculate angles, escape routes, kill orders. The Lord wants him. He will give it something to chase. Teresa grips the question both of them need answered. Then what should I do? The solo player is already drafting her job. Dust drifts through the shattered columns as Teresa positions for the bait. The ruin holds its breath before erupting. The undead shift on the gallery above. Purple skin, glowing eyes, teeth bared. The ruin itself feels like it's inhaling. Teresa leaps, cloak billowing, sword angled forward. Sparks burst as her silver armor slices between the crumbling pillars. She lands at the center of the room. Undead ring her on all sides. Light flares as the Saintess squares her shoulders. The corpses shriek. Red eyes, bared fangs, skeletal fingers stretching. A Saintess has stepped into their corridor. Battle Song Level 5 activates. A golden lyre icon blooms above her head. All stats climb for 10 burning minutes. Jin Hyuk watches from the shadows, half smiling. The plan is cruel and simple. Teresa pulls every undead gaze onto her. Undead swarm inward. Howls rip through the hall, bodies crashing. The corridor becomes a screaming tide of bone. Claws reach for the Saintess from every direction. She does not flinch. She has done this 100 times. Teresa stands tall behind her kite shield. A luminous sword rises, trailing holy embers, calling every undead gaze onto her armor. The undead press closer. Teresa's stance is perfect. This is exactly where she wants them. Her eyes ignite. Pure white light floods her face as divine power surges outward, stripping the shadows off the corridor walls. A system window flashes gold. Divine power is reaching max saturation and the undead cannot withstand its approach. Strengthening the divine spirit activates at level 5. Teresa blooms into a pillar of gold, wings of light stretching wide. A massive roar shakes the rubble. Undead bodies cartwheel through gold light as her holy wave detonates. A skeletal head snarls through the flare, jaws open, one red eye burning. The dead are angry, but they are slowing down. Teresa's blade slashes a flaming arc through the ranks. Every undead that reaches her gets carved down in one motion. Explosions of light hammer the corridor floor. Enemies disintegrate in 3 rapid bursts, the chamber shaking under her barrage. A black boot grinds a skull into the tiles. Red crosses glow where its eyes used to be. Jin Hyuk mutters, "Let's move on." He weaves through a wall of lunging undead, dagger flashing. The man who dared the boss is picking off stragglers untouched. A single red glow licks his cheek. Crimson streaks paint the air. Something enormous has finally arrived and is watching. A crimson column explodes upward at the far end of the hall. Stone cracks. Whatever crawled out is not another mindless corpse. A hooded skeleton looms, red orb crackling in its palm. The system confirms it. Elite Leech has appeared. A pillar of crimson fire roars up from the shattered floor. The Leech is announcing itself loud enough to crack the ceiling. Jin Hyuk steps out of the flames, calm. The Leech rasps, "You showed up at last." Two veterans recognizing each other. Steel clashes in sparks. A Duelahan's helmet rears up, headless body swinging. Jin Hyuk wasn't supposed to face these here. Blue flame detonates along the Duelahan's armor. Jin Hyuk crouches low, already reading the weight of the new enemy. He frowns. There weren't any Duelahans in this corridor before. The scene changed the second he brought Teresa inside. He ducks, parries, counts the variable. For now, the Duelahan gets his blade. The Elite Lich answers with black lighting. Crimson chains of dark energy spit across the ruin around Jin Hyuk. Red tendrils snake along the shattered pillars. The Lich's silhouette splits the dark, stretching its aura everywhere. Jin Hyuk vaults forward mid-air, old dagger raised. A crimson sigil blooms beneath him as he drives down. A black crack splits across a wall of red glass. His strike just chewed a fracture through something that was not supposed to break. The system confirms the impossible. Level 5 energy shield is destroyed. The Lich's skull glows behind a cracked hood. Jin Hyuk pivots between two armored guardians. Blue flame curls around a gauntlet. He is hunting the Lich's honor guard. He blurs past a pair of gauntleted claws, dagger angled low. Purple streaks mark his passage. Nothing can track him. A guardian's armor detonates in blue sparks. Metal shards rain down. Another pillar of the Lich's defense just collapsed. Jin Hyuk stands in violet light, dagger glowing purple. He exhales, asking himself what he should do next. Teresa drives her shining sword through another Duelahan behind him. Sparks erupt. Teresa will be done soon, he notes. Jin Hyuk's blade slices vertically down a hooded skull. White eyes flare once, then dim. The Lord of the Corrupted Corridor dies. Jin Hyuk freezes. Eyes wide, mouth parted. Something he did not expect just stepped into this ruin. A purple boot presses down on the shattered skull of the Lich. Whoever arrived is stronger than a Class 3 boss. A tall, masked figure in a deep purple cloak looms above the corpse. Black tendrils curl around its feet. A gloved hand grips a thin silver blade. Veteran posture. Jin Hyuk's mind is already racing through old memories. The stranger speaks softly. "Long time no see." The voice carries weight Jin Hyuk recognizes. Jin Hyuk's face tightens, teeth clenched, eyes white with shock. The word the stranger adds lands like a thrown dagger. Jin Hyuk answers carefully. "Who are you?" The masked figure replies. "Yes, you should remember me." Beneath the mask, a jagged smirk, red glow under heavy brows. "You don't recognize me," the stranger says. The stranger knows exactly who Jin Hyuk truly is. The weight of years behind the mask presses down on the corridor. A marble dome. A voice from nowhere. "Do you not recognize me?" Jin Hyuk stands alone in a circle of light that shouldn't exist. An iron sword etched with gold characters hovers between them. The blade that vanished from Korea's National Museum. Jin Hyuk's blood runs cold. Back when the Tower of Trials was still just a game, someone hunted him relentlessly. Every death, every reset, the same opponent would not quit. Just because the game became reality, did you think that was all I was? The stranger's grin cuts through the dark. Jin Hyuk remembers. He refused to believe it in the museum, but the sword is here, so is the man, and the rematch has started. Eye of Truth activates. The system peels the enemy apart in data. Name, age, level, every secret laid bare in pale blue text. Shin Yusong, level 29, swordsman, unique ability Song of Swords. The rival has a name now, and a profile deeper than his own. Copy condition. Chun believes himself stronger than anyone with a sword. Defeat him using the blade he trusts most. The system is dictating the fight. This time will be different, Chun says. His smirk carries old scars. Every loss is fuel. He is not here for closure. He is here to win. We both started at zero, Chun says. I refuse to be pushed back any longer. A killing intent slams down like gravity doubling. Light explodes behind Jin Hyuk. Teresa drops from above in silver armor, sword raised. My comrade Jin Hyuk smiles. Won't sit still if you do this. The Saintess Chun sneers. You've brought quite the annoying comrade. His hand twitches toward a new skill icon. Battlefield selection level 5 ignites. A red hexagon emblem burns above them. The system respects Chun's demand. Duels stay duels. A silent shockwave. The dome flexes. Teresa is ejected like smoke through a keyhole, torn from the zone against her will. A purple crystal blooms in his fist. The Brahms ring. The system registers it, recognizes it, and the barrier thickens around him. From outside the dome, Teresa screams. Jin Hyuk see. Her fists hit air that refuses to break. She can only watch. He raises the crystal with a predator's grin. If the arena wants him alone with the sword god, he'll make alone a weapon too. The dome widens. Chun paces a slow ring around him. There won't be anyone to bother us anymore. I challenge you again. Chun draws a blade from his back, still masked, voice steady as a metronome. This is no duel. This is a trial written around him. One-on-one level 5 ignites. A golden insignia burns. Every one of Chun's stats climbs 10%. The math just got uglier. Jin Hyuk runs the numbers in his head. Battlefield selection. One-on-one. Both skills exist to drown him in a scripted loss. This situation, he admits through clenched teeth, has become very disadvantageous. His eyes catch the light anyway. Still calculating. The system agrees. An overwhelmingly disadvantageous situation has been detected. Even the game is worried for him now. A silver scale materializes. Special condition of the skill fusion activated. The universe itself is rewriting the rulebook for him. Copying the skill before fulfilling the condition has been approved. Jin Hyuk laughs, hands blazing. I'll just take your ability. Song of Swords, rank S, imprints on his soul, stolen while the owner watches. The original is about to meet his own blueprint. Understanding of swords, raised by 200%. His body learns the most efficient path. His senses sharpen to paranoid clarity. Blue data rushes into his fingertips. The skill icon burns above his head and then dissolves into muscle memory he never earned. You're ignoring me again, Chun snarls. The blade snaps forward. He refuses to lose to someone looking at menus mid-fight. Chun's blade drinks violet fire, sword energy. The skill no beginner should be able to match hums inches from Jin Hyuk's face. Steel sparks blue against steel. Jin Hyuk reads every cut before it lands. The copied skill is already rewiring his instincts. This bastard, Chun hisses through his teeth. What are you planning? The beginner is not blinking. That is the problem. Soul-chasing sword energy, level 6. Chun roars, you're ignoring me until the end. Arcs of blue light hunt Jin Hyuk like dogs. Blades of pure energy curve through the marble, splitting floor tiles. One miscalculation and the chase ends in a scream. You're using sword energy against a swordsmanship beginner, Chun snarls. He bends the rules himself because victory is not optional. His old dagger plus 10 hums in his fist. It's not made for this. Against sword energy, the blade will snap on contact. Then I'll make one, he whispers. A black pellet sits on his fingertips. The demonic soul pill. Banked for exactly this moment. I'll fuse Song of Swords with the demonic soul pill, he says. An ability that can meet sword energy without breaking apart. Violet light detonates in his palm. Two powers merge into something neither of them designed. The system catches up, breathless. His eyes glow purple behind his hair. Mist curls from his skin. The beginner is no longer a beginner, he is an architect. Omega ability unlocked. Grave of Swords. The rarest rank in the system. The only condition it required was cheating 2 classes at once. Knight of the Black Moon, level 1. The sign stamps itself on reality. A new weapon, forged from theft and chemistry in under 10 seconds. Violet cracks race up his arm. Not even a tenth of its true strength, and his mana can't hold it. He files the problem for later. He died the first time. And the second. 99 times, 100. Every death the system reset him, every lesson stayed. He moves, faster. The copied sword knowledge pours through him. His body already knows Chun's footwork because the file is installed. Purple eyes, one clean slice. A single cut carves the air in a perfect crescent. The violet waves split and collapse into silver dust. You slashed all my sword energies, Chun gasps, ponytail whipping. His reality just cracked. The beginner erased the swordsman's best and used something much stronger until I was tired of it. He says it flat, like closing a ledger. No anger, just accounting. The new dagger swings. Violet arcs split the dark. He steps inside Chun's reach with a speed Chun himself trained him to respect. Chun falls. His blade rings against marble. His knee hits the floor. The sword god kneels to a boy with a knife and a copied soul. I win again, Jin Hyuk says, though I'm not sure how many times this makes now. Both of them know the number. Neither wants to say it. It's the 138th time, Chun says. Hood low. Voice hollow. Then he begs, kill me. Please kill me this round. Jin Hyuk does not answer. He looks at the arena sky and smiles a small, tired smile. Mercy is the cruelest answer he owns. This is the kind of place, he explains, where even rankers die the moment they let their guard down. A spare pellet rolls in his palm. Especially if they're as strong as you. Chun stays kneeling. Jin Hyuk crouches beside him, offering not a killing blow but a contract. Commune activates. Warm gold light pools between their palms. A skill bond forms, binding them beyond this marble cage. It takes 60 days to copy another skill from the same person, the system warns. Jin Hyuk just grins. Exclusive access unlocked. Jin Hyuk has activated level 1 commune. A handshake lit in gold. Not friendship. A subscription plan with a swordsman's soul. The result will be different next time, Chun vows, back turned. Alright, Jin Hyuk says. I'll look forward to Battle selection has been deactivated. The arena collapses. Starlight and cracked columns return. They are back in the ruins. Chun stands beside him, mask low, silver hair catching the night. Come to think of it, he says, I still don't know your real name. The blood drains from Jin Hyuk's face. Sweat, wide eyes. No, don't say it out loud. The assassin who beat a sword god 138 times just flinched. His real name is the only blade he cannot block.